The finance sector is continuously evolving, as you can tell, influenced by the technological and influenced by technological advancements. Okay, along with other changes that's actually currently going on in the world of technology. Including like the various aspects of finance from what we call arithmetic. I could barely say those words. Okay, trading, and risk management, even various aspects of finance, are being affected right now. Down to customer service, fraud detection. Financial institutions are right now shifting with regulatory changes, shifting the economic landscapes. So as of 2024, there are 10 trending topics in the world of finance that it just makes sense that you get very familiar with, because if you're in the space of money or you want to be in the space of money, then it just makes a lot of sense that you then take some time to understand what is going on around you, your environment, because at the end of the day, your environment has tremendous impact, to what you are doing, and to the effect or to the extent in which you make money. So let me get into it really quickly, okay? Let me get into it. You see, right now, there is, I'm going to cover 10 trending topics, okay, in the space of finance. One of them, for sure that I know, maybe you're familiar with, maybe you're not, I don't know, but however, I know you've heard of artificial intelligence, okay? You say AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, and in finance, it's a very big thing right now. It's trending. What does that really mean? They say AI and machine learning are revolutionizing every aspect, of finance. And as you guys can tell, financial institutions are now leveraging AI because they realize there's no other alternative. So they're using AI to analyze, like vast data sets for predictive analytics. So, like chatbots and virtual assistants improve customers' interactions, while machine learning models help in identifying unusual transactions, so that thereby they can mitigate against fraud or anti-money laundering, for example. So this kind of stuff is all AI driven today, and because it's AI driven, it's personalized investments, more accessible to retail investors. So today, I know the truth about it is this: if you are in the world of finance and you're a broker, you may want to be thinking about how to either take advantage, of AI, or understand that your job is at peril, because AI is doing a better job than a human could, honestly speaking, especially when you go into a space of data analytics. Just, I don't care how smart you are, you could barely touch artificial intelligence, when it comes to smartness. So this whole entire thing is super real. On that note, that is the second thing that's going on. You guys have heard of ESG, right? ESG is a very popular topic, because like environmental, social, and governance investing. These are places where, oh, by the way, you have to be environmental friendly. Thank you, by the way, the person that just gave me a like. I appreciate that. So typically, that, like the, oh, by the way, is it eco-friendly? Is it, like, is it green? Is it this? So some companies actually, they will look at your ESG score to see if they're going to invest in you or not. Of course, the chief of all of this is like your BlackRock, for example. So they almost prioritize, those who are eco-friendly, like environmental friendly, over those that are not, which I find very interesting when it comes to the world of business. But ESG investing has gained a very significant traction as investors increasingly, what investors are doing, they are prioritizing sustainable and ethical considerations alongside financial returns. You see, companies are now evaluated based on their environmental impact, social responsibility, and governance practices. This trend is driven by heightened awareness of climate change, social justice movements, and the demand to corporate, the demand for corporate transparency. So you have asset managers today, and of course, by the way, when I talk about asset managers, these are some of the big boys that actually are developing the ESG focused funds. So there are funds that are actually focused on environmental, social, and governance (ESG), and so a lot of those fund managers, they tend to understand the regulatory, bodies, and they're introducing guidelines, into a lot of this reporting so that the mainstream component, are making a very precise, when I say precise, they are making a very precise investment strategies that ESG based. So imagine right now you're in the space of finance and you know nothing about ESG, and you're bidding, for funds, and you're trying to raise some large funds, but you're competing against, another company that they have a better score on ESG, but you don't. So what are the odds you're going to get it? You may not even know, and they may not even tell you this kind of stuff too. So it's kind of really weird environment we're in, but this is real, and it's happening. The third one is cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. You see, in the space of crypto, okay? By the way, let me pause for a moment. Let me look at my chat because it looks like Peculiar Joe, my man. You're taking notes. I like that, okay? I like that. And thank you for liking, and for getting on. I appreciate it. So, let me go back into cryptocurrencies, okay? You see, cryptocurrencies continue to be a very hot topic. Even like I mentioned to you, Donald Trump says, if I get re-elected, I promise you, I'm going to open up United States of America to crypto all the way. So there are pluses and minuses on both sides of the aisle, but I can tell you this, it is a very, very hot topic right now. So with Bitcoin and Ethereum maintaining their prominence while new digital assets emerge, blockchain, okay, technology, the backbone of cryptocurrencies is always what? Blockchain, okay? And the backbone of cryptocurrencies, which is blockchain, it's been explored with various applications beyond even digital currencies, such as supply chain management, for example. So they are all into it. Smart contracts, secure data sharing, all of them are all increasingly adopting the blockchain technology. So you see, even more banks today and financial institutions, they are integrating crypto services. However, though, regulatory uncertainty and concerns over market volatility remain very high, and it challenges the industry. So this is also one of the topics, one of the areas where you have to spend some time to study very clearly the effect of cryptocurrencies in your space if you're in the financial space, because again, cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. It's here to stay. So the understanding and a reasonable aptitude in knowing fully well that crypto, it's here to stay, and how you can take advantage of crypto, and I believe some countries in the world, a lot of countries in the world have already embraced cryptocurrencies. And there's a lot of countries that don't want any part of it. Let me just tell you my own beef on crypto so you don't understand that. I don't have a beef. My beef on cryptocurrency is very simple. That I like to invest money in a tangible asset that produces something. So if I'm going to be investing into something that truly I'm not investing on you because of a performance-based orientation, but I'm investing on you because of what somebody say you're worth, as opposed to what you can actually produce for me to determine your worth. I have a problem with that. That's crypto for me. So, as a result, I'm a little slow, into embracing cryptocurrencies because I like performance-driven, type of investments that I know for a fact that what I'm putting my money into is performing something for me, not people attaching value, to that item. That's my issue with that. However, though, fintech innovations and digital banking is real. You see, fintech companies are disrupting traditional banking by offering innovative solutions. They are. Like mobile payments, for example. I have a buddy of mine right now, that has come up with probably one of the sickest mobile payments in the Caribbean. It's going to expand to Latin America, where it's literally like a bump-to-bump payment is made. It is the easiest way. You see, that's what we call a third world, the developing world, and what we call advanced nations. So what's the difference with all of them? The difference is speed. That's it. Speed of technology, speed of foreign currency exchange. So if I do transaction in underdeveloped world, what happened? It may take weeks, months, before one end user to the other end user, payment mode, If I'm going to develop a company, maybe it might take a week, or a few days. In advanced world, it's momentarily in seconds. So the idea here is this, okay, that fintech is revolutionizing completely how all of these things are moving. So the peer-to-peer lending, digital wallet, digital banking, neo banking, with fintech, this is very disruptive, to the traditional world banking. But one thing we also know, is this: there's a popularity that is gaining due to the friendly nature, of this type of fintech innovation banking, along with lower fees because their fees are lower, and enhanced accessibility. So because of that, they're beginning to gain ground, nowadays. You see, technologies, it's a very, very big part, of this. Technologies such as blockchain, AI, and big data analytics. Those kind of technology are enabling fintech firms to be able to offer personalized financial services. Firms to order like streamlined operations and enhance customer experience. Partnerships between even traditional banks and fintech startups are also becoming even more common nowadays because so all these big banks are saying, hold on a second, I don't want to be left behind. So let me get into fintech, and let me see exactly how I can improve, my own customers' experience. So as you can tell, that is disruptive. The fifth point I want to go over with you guys is called the CBDCs, which is central bank digital currencies. Listen, many central banks right now, worldwide, they are all exploring or piloting their own digital currencies to complement or even replace physical cash. So the cash that you hold in your pocket, I hold in my pocket, is about to become a thing of the past, because CBDCs, aim to enhance the efficiency of payment systems. They want to reduce what we call transaction, costs, and also provide better monetary policy tools. Those are things they want to do. They are also, they also address issues like financial inclusion, by offering accessible financial services to unbanked populations. Because there's quite a number of people in the world, believe it or not, unfortunately, who are actually not even actively banking. Yeah, they are out there. So the idea is if they offer these services to the unbanked population, it will help tremendously. So the development of CBDCs involves addressing technological challenges, like ensuring cyber security and also navigating regulatory framework to maintain financial stability. So everything I'm sharing with you right now, the CBDCs are actually making a very, very, they're making a good quantum leap in this area and they're pushing this. So again, the traditional banking system, the way we know it, is coming to a close. One of the things I try to tell everybody is this: if you're not moving towards changes, but change has come. Either you know it or not. Change is here. So a decentralized finance, what we call DeFi, it's another one that's disrupting the financial space right now. You see, DeFi represents a paradigm shift by offering financial services without traditional intermediaries, like banks or brokers. Using blockchain technology, platforms provide services as lending. So you want to go, for your lending and stuff like that, borrowing, trading, and even insurance through what we call smart contracts, But all of this today is all DeFi. They're using DeFi for this. DeFi aims to increase what we call accessibility. DeFi stands for decentralized finance. So we call that DeFi. That's what we call DEFI. They aim to increase, or reduce cost and enhance transparency. However, though, there are challenges. There are. You see, challenges such as security vulnerabilities, regulatory uncertainties, scalability issues. These are all the issues that they have to deal with. They have to deal with all of these issues. The bond that bothers the average Joe is security stuff because today everybody want to feel safe and secure, and especially when it comes to your money. So any subject matter that have to do with like, oh my God, there's not enough security, people kind of want to run away from that. Is real. By the way, thank you for the person that just gave me a like. I appreciate that. So because of that, DeFi, is still coming strong, but the challenges, are a little bit pulling it back, not as quick of a move like it should be, in my own opinion, anyway. Then you are number seven is regulatory changes and compliance, especially now that we're out of pandemic, post-pandemic, because you see, during COVID-19, pandemic accelerated changes in financial regulations, with governments and regulatory bodies adapting to new economic realities. They were doing that. However, now we're out of COVID. Key areas of focus including enhancing financial, resilience, ensuring liquidity in markets, and promoting digital finance. Regulations, though, around data privacy, cybersecurity, anti-money laundering have also been tightened tremendously because now we're out of COVID now. So, as a result, there's a framework for navigating, the evolving regulatory landscapes. So the point about this part, is there's a reasonable level of adherence, okay, maintain operational efficiency, and I can tell you this part, that right now, as we speak, there is a reasonable assurance, that regulatory challenges is going to remain, because you see, as the world is changing, what are politicians doing? Some of them want to create more laws and create new laws and new rules. And new rules and new laws are a challenge, frankly speaking, to acquire a number of people. Why are they a challenge to acquire a number of people? Because, think about it. If you have rules as to how your money moves, or how fast your money moves, or what you have to report or what you don't have to report, that is a reasonable level that if you have any money to your name, it's going to hinder you one way or another. Now, if you're poor, none of this affects you at all, because you can't give what you don't have. So, this is the reason why, while you're making your move towards wealth, it's also good to prepare for what to deal with, because these are real, tangible situations that you're going to have to address. Number 8 is sustainable finance and green bonds. Green bonds. You see, sustainable finance integrate environmental, social, and governance factors into financial decision making. Green bonds, which fund projects with environmental benefits. Remember the color green, okay? So this kind of stuff, they'll fund projects with a prominent instrument, in the space of environment. Investors are seeking opportunities that contribute to what? Sustainable growth. So driving the growth of green finance products, is exactly their goal. Financial institutions right now, they are developing all kinds of projects. And this is where I need you to open your mind very clearly, because as projects are being developed, a lot of these projects are aimed specifically to make an assessment on the impact of the environment, into finance. So imagine, again, the trend is such that it's becoming very eco-friendly, that you're going to have to see where the opportunities are. So if you're in business and you don't mind the whole issue about environmental friendliness, and you're completely okay with it, then you should do a delve into a better due diligence type, of a setup where you find a company of your choice. Find a company to invest in that is very innovative, creative by nature, adaptable, companies that are also being a net positive to society. So you don't just like, for me, I'm sorry, I'm not going crazy about companies, cigarettes and stuff like that, messing with people's liver, alcohol, messing with people's lungs and that kind of stuff, their liver, whatever. I'm not into all of those. Like, I'll find companies that actually purely contribute net positive to society. That's just my kind of stuff. But it's very important for you to know the roles all these companies are playing, and the trends that's taking place in the marketplace, even for investment purposes. Number 9 is cybersecurity. Okay, in the space of finance, cybersecurity. You see, as financial services become more digital, and it is, guys, think about it. I moved a lot of money around today. I didn't touch any paper. No, work out, boom, 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 boom. Electronically, moving money this, moving money that, and Oh yeah, thank you, I receive it, I receive the payment, I receive all of those things. I'm not touching any kind of paper. It's just purely all digital. That's today's world and tomorrow's world, as a matter of fact. So the threat of cyber attacks, though, is beginning to intensify because when there's a cyber attack, what happened? Everything gets shut down. I'm telling people when you go into the bank, you print anything today, every transaction, keep a record of it because there's no way to verify the transactions that you just did unless you have a paper backup because guess what? It's your word against their word. You have no evidence, you have no proof. So every transaction you're doing, I'm a firm believer. Print everything, file everything. So every time you go back and check everything's good with your account, trash the last one. When you do money transaction, print another one. Always print the latest and keep it with you because cyber attacks is intensifying as well. So protecting sensitive financial data and ensuring the integrity of transactions are obviously paramount. Very, very paramount. Financial institutions right now, they're investing very heavily in advanced cybersecurity, including encryption, multi-factor authentication, and real-time threat detection systems, regulatory requirements, around data protection, and also becoming what we call stricter, compelling firms truly to prioritize cybersecurity, in their strategic planning. Even collaborations with cybersecurity experts nowadays is very common. And that is it. Because I think you take out one problems, you get another. So you create the easiness of digital, you also intensifies cyber attacks, fraud, all kind of stuff. Because you're removing the basic fundamental face-to-face, kneecap to kneecap handshake. You remove that. When you remove that, now anything goes for anyone. And that's what we're currently dealing with. The last one is interest rates, inflation trends, and monetary policies. You see, interest rates and inflation remain very critical factors, influencing financial market and economic stability right now. As you guys can tell, central banks are navigating the delicate balance between controlling inflation and supporting economic growth. Rising interest rates can impact borrowing costs, investment decisions, and consumer spending. While inflation affects purchasing power, okay, of everything. Just think about this. Financial institutions right now, they're adjusting their strategies to respond to changing monetary policies, managing interest rates, advising clients on navigating inflationary environment, understanding the macroeconomic trends is very crucial today for making informed financial decisions because we're at a point right now where guys, money wise, it's no longer about I have money, I'm safe. It's I have money, I have information, I'm safe. That's today's environment. So if you want to continue to grow your assets, your investments, your net worth, and if you want your wealth to continue to be a long, sustainable wealth for you, you don't really have a choice. You have to become financially literate. You have to. So I'm devoting this session today, talking about the 10 critical points that are disrupting the financial market right now. And these discussions are exactly what they are, what they're doing, the effect on you, and potentially even how you can take advantage of that disruption. That's what's going on right now. By the way, thank you for the like. The person that just gave me a like, I appreciate it a lot. So, having said that, I'm going to bring this to a close because I just wanted to make sure that I populate the knowledge of the trending topics in the space of finance, and that's how it's affecting everything, okay, as we speak. So I want to bring this to a close. You see, your money, it's everything. It's everything. Your ability to understand that we're not in a space where if you're not making any money, the world is about to be very difficult for you because you and I don't have a choice anymore. In the past, maybe you get away with it. Not now. Now you have to make money. You don't even have a choice. You have to make money nowadays. And in the process of making money, you could either go make money traditional way, you could make money on social media, you could, you could collaborate and leverage to make money. But there's a lot of things that you have to do because, we are not approaching this place, I call it the place of critical analysis or a point of no return, where the rich are going to just get super rich and the poor are going to get super poor. The middle class is about to evaporate completely. Like we're about to lose the middle class. We're about to lose them completely. So it's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to your ability to recognize, that things are changing. It's almost like there's a bug who moved my cheese. That's the name of the book. Who moved my cheese. Two mice and two humans. And the mice were recognizing, that their cheese was getting depleted. And the mice was recognizing that they have to go in search of a new cheese, etc. And the human just were accustomed and used to that, so they were going on their routine. And eventually, the human paid the price for not being able to adapt to change, nor anticipate change. So what's going on right now is change is here, either you like it or not. The quicker you accept the change, embrace the change, and actually make the change, the better it's going to be for you. So with that said, I really hope you enjoyed this session today. Like I always say, please work like it's up to you, pray like it's up to God. If you're not following me, follow me on my social media platform. This is YouTube right here. On YouTube, you can just search Dr. Kehinde Thomas. And you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, etc., etc. So with that said, thank you so much for the time. And work like it's up to you. Pray like it's up to God. Thanks, guys. Bye now.